I will introduce you to the book that I'm doing. It's called The Avengers Storybook Collection. It features many characters such as Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, etc. In the first chapter, it introduces Hulk, a superhero who is the strongest Avenger. He can fight any villain, any size, and he can smash! He later teams up with the Avengers. This book is about various Avengers saving the world from evil.
What's happening to me?
Hulk is one of Earth's mightiest heroes. No one could deny his incredible strength or size. Whether fighting alone or side by side with the Avengers, he can take down almost any villain. Even villains as huge as he is are no problem. But before he became the Incredible Hulk, he was just a man named Bruce Banner. Bruce is a brilliant scientist. Before he became Hulk, he spent his time studying a special kind of energy called gamma radiation. Bruce knew the gamma rays were dangerous, but he wanted to show the world that they can be used for good. Bruce decided that the best way to test the gamma rays' power was to set up an explosion. Then he could measure the radiation they gave off. Bruce carefully set up a testing site in the middle of the desert. He knew he needed to do this test in an empty space so no one would get hurt. But something terrible happened. A young boy wandered right into the testing area. Jumping into his car, Bruce raced off to save the boy. Bruce arrived at the test site with only moments to spare. He grabbed the boy and threw him into a nearby bomb shelter. But Bruce was not so lucky. Before he could get himself to safety, his device exploded. Bruce woke up in an army hospital. The army had found him in the desert. They were worried about him. Bruce looked at himself in the mirror. He didn't feel sick, but he did feel different. Suddenly, Bruce felt something strange. His head hurt and he let out a loud cry. Bruce looked down in shock. His skin was starting to turn green. His hands expanded and his muscles grew until he was 4 times his normal size. Bruce knew the radiation from the blast was to blame, but he was powerless to stop the change that had come over him. In a fit of anger, Bruce smashed through the brick wall of the hospital and escaped. Some nearby soldiers saw him and yelled into their radio, "Look out for a green monster! A Goliath! A Hulk!" All Hulk wanted was to be left alone. He did not want to hurt anyone, but the army could not let the mysterious monster escape. A tank full of soldiers chased after him. The soldiers surrounded Hulk. As the tank fired at Hulk, a rush of rage came over the green beast. He clenched his fist and roared, "Hulk! Smash!" Hulk easily lifted the large tank and threw it across the field. Then, before the fighting could start again, he leaped away. He did not want to fight. Hulk ran until the soldiers were out of sight. When he was safely away, he tried to calm down. As his anger eased, He felt his body change again. He became smaller, and the green left his skin. Soon he was Bruce Banner once more. Bruce wanted to keep the truth about Hulk a secret. He hoped he would never become Hulk again, but Hulk was not gone. Every time Bruce felt angry or frustrated, he transformed into Hulk. Bruce tried to remain calm at all times, but when he saw supervillains hurting innocent people, he could not stay calm. He wanted to defend the helpless. So did Hulk. The problem was, people were scared of Hulk. They pointed and called him a monster. This made Hulk sad. He thought that if he kept helping people, maybe they would realize he was friendly. But no matter how hard he tried, people still ran from him. Slowly, Bruce realized that people who judged Hulk on his appearance were wrong. Hulk knew that he could do great things for others. He could fight for those in trouble and save people from danger. The Green Goliath was very powerful, and he wanted to use that power for good. No matter how big or small the problem, Hulk was there to save the day. Hulk was a big hero with a big heart. The more good he did, the more people came to love him. But there are times when a threat is too big for any one hero to handle, and so Hulk became part of the mighty team of Avengers. Now he stands proud among Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Falcon, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. Together, Hulk and the Avengers fight for the good of the world, just like Bruce Banner always wanted. Black Widow bites back. Natasha Romanoff and her brother, Alexei, were orphans. The two had been raised at an orphanage known as the Red Room. The Red Room was really home to a secret Russian spy program. Natasha and Alexei were spies. Together, they went on missions to gather information about S.H.I.E.L.D. The two had just failed their most recent assignment. Now they were waiting outside the office of the Red Room's leader, Ivan Bezukov.
This is all my fault.
Alexei said.
Every time we fail, it's because of something I messed up.
Don't worry,
Natasha replied.
I'll take care of you.
But Natasha was worried. They had made too many mistakes lately, and Ivan was not a patient man.
You're so good at this spy stuff, Natasha.
Alexei told his sister.
You're like a Black Widow. I'm like a clumsy hippo ruining everything.
Natasha,
Ivan's voice came from behind them.
I'll see you in my office now, alone.
Natasha gave Alexei a reassuring smile, then stepped into Ivan's office.
Today was not a good day for you. The Red Room, or most importantly, me.
Ivan said coldly.
Alexei has been the cause of too many failed missions. He must be disposed of.
No!
Natasha cried. Natasha knew that the Red Room disposed of failed spies by erasing their memories.
If you erase his memory, he won't remember who I am.
Natasha said. She knew she couldn't allow that to happen. Natasha ran from Ivan's office. She was too late. Red Room agents were already dragging her brother away. Natasha fought her way to freedom. She would find a way to rescue Alexei. She had to. Natasha went to the only people she knew could help. Her old enemy, S.H.I.E.L.D. Using her spy gear from the Red Room, Natasha reprogrammed an old S.H.I.E.L.D. ID badge to fool the security guards. Then, disguised as a janitor, she snuck into S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters. Natasha casually walked past the guard. Once he was out of sight, she slipped into an air vent. A few twists and turns later, Natasha was directly above Director Nick Fury's office. Natasha flipped down onto Fury's desk. He was shocked. Before Fury could call security, Natasha asked him for his help and his forgiveness.
I know I've caused a lot of trouble for your team,
Natasha told Fury.
but I'll do anything S.H.I.E.L.D. asks if you help me rescue my brother.
Fury reluctantly agreed. Natasha and Alexei had caused a lot of trouble, but he couldn't leave Alexei to the mercy of the Red Room. Fury introduced Natasha to the Avengers. Natasha was surprised at how willing they were to help, even though none of them knew her.
We'll rescue your brother.
Captain America promised.
Taking on the Red Room will be tricky, even for a super spy like you, Natasha.
Tony Stark said.
I think you need some upgraded tech.
That evening, Natasha led the Avengers to the Red Room's secret base. The Avengers freed Ivan's prisoners as they searched for Alexei. Suddenly, Natasha heard a familiar voice behind her say,
I see you've come home.
it was Ivan. The leader of the Red Room threw a punch at Natasha.
Where is my brother?
Natasha asked, fighting Ivan off. Ivan laughed as he blocked her every move.
You can't hurt me.
Ivan said.
I can't, but I bet this will.
Natasha fired a powerful electric blast from her gauntlet, knocking Ivan to the ground.
What was that?
Ivan cried.
An upgrade from Tony Stark. Now, where is my brother?
Ivan knew he couldn't fight against the Avengers technology. He told Natasha where to find Alexei. Natasha rushed to Alexei's cell. His eyes were closed and he looked weak.
Alexei!
She called. Alexei's eyes fluttered.
What? What are you doing here? I thought Ivan got rid of you.
He said.
You're okay!
Natasha shouted, hugging her brother. Natasha smiled up at the Avengers. She knew she couldn't have saved Alexei without them. Later, back at S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, Nick Fury took Natasha aside. I don't know many spies who would have been able to break into my office, or who would risk their lives for someone else, he said. I would like you to join Earth's mightiest team of superheroes, the Avengers. What do you say, Natasha?
Count me in.
Natasha said with a smile.
You can call me Black Widow.